welcome back to the channel. I'm JustMoparJoe. Have y'all seen Hoosier's Garage yet? You need to go give him a like and subscribe. He's really close to 1,000. So today what I'm doing, I've got an unboxing of some stuff from Indy Cylinder heads. This is not mine. These are not my parts. Remember I told you I was going to build a stroker engine? So the owner of this engine will be glad that I'm doing this video, but y'all check it out. See what we got going in here. Alright, so 3 boxes. They're all very dirty, which makes you wonder, has this stuff been sitting on a shelf or what? From Indy Cylinder head. Hopefully you can see this. This is the 440 H1 EZ 1-2 head kit. It says EZ-1 and basic. So there's a unit price, total price. Let's see, 3/8 pushrod kit, head bolt set, intake gaskets, valley cover plate, umbrella, that's probably the seals on the heads, 10-degree locks, 10-degree probably steel retainers, springs, and then valves, 219 and 181s. So I won't show you the other side, it's got his information on it. Other items, external oil kit, the hose with the ends, hose ends, fittings for external oil kit, pipe to flange, street T fitting, bushing for external oil kit, pipe plug, external oil kit. So other stuff in the kit, awesome. That's probably what's in that small box. I want to look at a head. Here we go. That'll really give you an upside to this. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh. There they are. Oh, that's nice. Hopefully you can see those. Frickin' sweet. I'm gonna get it up on the table and get a little closer look on it, but you can see the end. It says Indy X. So, man, I want to know how much that sucker weighs too. All right, so here's our head. You can kind of tell. Maybe you can. They do have angled plugs, and there's just some light scratches. That's probably from it riding in the back of a truck and just vibrating like that. I don't think it's any kind of issue at all. Any aftermarket head, I always get them looked at. I know this is Indy, and I mean that more than likely they're perfect, but if you take that chance and something, you know, you miss something or whatever, you know, that's a failure I don't want. See, the valves are almost touching. That's awesome. Yeah, inside the exhaust ports, they are still just kind of as cast. Hasn't been anything done to those. Look like they just kind of ran probably their machine around to just cut that window perfect. But I'll get it rolled over. Check out the other side. There we go. Intake port looks magnificent. There we go. So you can see they go in about 3 inches on that side. Let's have a cheap Harbor Freight tape measure here. About 1 5/8 inches on the bottom. The inside between the walls, about the same. So they can run their machine in there and true that stuff up real nice. These things look great. A little piece of sharp slag in there, but it's not really anything. I could probably take a piece of sandpaper and knock it off, but it'll get checked out. These are, looks like double springs with a dampener, and they take the shaft mounted rockers straight across there. I don't even have a straight edge here. I used it last week. Kind of wanted to give y'all a quick overview of the head. Let's see what else is in our other boxes. Sounds like bolts. Nah. See the dust coming off the fire. Alright. Put that stuff aside. These be our push rods. Part number 440-P5- I think it's a 9K. They're probably coated in some kind of anti-rust. Ah, here we go. And some push rod ends. Here's the rod itself. Yeah. So the push rod itself does not have the ends. You need to pop the end in. Probably after checking your push rod length. Hint, hint. They'll probably be press fit, I'm assuming. Nifty. I like how you can customize your push rod though. And I bet you that sucker's so hard that you'd have to have a machine shop to trim those if they had to be trimmed. It just depends on your deck height and everything else. I can't tell you if they need trimmed or not. I'm just showing you what's in the bag. Anyway, wrap her back up. I like the valley plate. Kind of does away with the old tin pan, you know, and they give you your bolts there taped on nicely. There we go. Oiling kit for our heads. Wedge Tech tips. Tells you how to install the valley cover plate. Installing external oil lines. So there's kind of a good picture of that. Hopefully you can see. We'll show you all that when we do our stroker build. I'm excited for it. I told them I wanted to get all our parts gathered as much as we can before we build this, because I don't want to have an engine sitting on a stand for, you know, 6 months waiting on something else to come in. To me, it's kind of easier to go ahead and build it all when the parts are there. Flipper good. Got some Manly bolts. Our Manly head bolts. I don't see a part number on that one, but they got the long bolts, short bolts. They tell you the torque rating here. There we go. Superior head bolts, Indy 440-1, 42, 198. Lines. Let's look at that. And yeah, there's the other head bolts. So we've got head bolts, push rods, valley pan cover, the oiling tubes, I guess they call it. There we go. Set her aside. And this ought to be our last head. Trying to get ahead in life. Full of confetti. There she is. I don't see any gouges. That's usually what I look for when it comes out of the box. So did someone drop it and the corner looks smashed, the rails, anything like that. Machine nice and flat there. I'm going to throw it on the table and check it out too. But alright, and a special thank you to my wonderful wife who let me steal this fancy digital bathroom scale out of the house. I got a clean towel there. We'll put one of our Indy Cylinder heads on the scale and see if it'll read. Oh yeah. 34.4. Take it off and try it again. 34.4 is what that says. Now for comparison, I have a 915 head that I got from my buddy Brian. These are totally unmolested, and I believe they have the smaller valves in them. So let's see what that dude reads. A 49.6. So I'll set this aside, and me on the scale, 222.8. I got my shoes on, so you know that adds like 10 pounds. Alright, step off the scale. I will grab the 915 head and step back on the scale. 272.8. Now I'll grab our Indy head. Make sure you can see I'm holding it here. 255.2. I'm going to go ahead and take the scale back in the house, and like always, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch you next time. Be sure and check out my friend Adam over at Hoosier. He's got a cool van build going on. See ya.